Well, one of the things I think personally that makes a diamond beautiful is obviously the shine.
I just want a beautiful diamond ring that shines.
When people see that sparkle and it catches their eye, it makes you feel good.
I've always wanted a diamond that glows, the one that radiates in the light.
Ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved diamonds. I couldn't wait till I was grown up, especially something that has like such a beautiful glow to it, such an amazing energy.
When I was looking for a diamond, I wanted something that really just jumped out at me, that just looking at the diamond, it was bright, it was shiny.
What makes a beautiful diamond is getting it from someone that you love. And other than that, the way it shines, and the fire, and the way it reflects light.
Fire, like just a sparkle that it's just incomparable.
I just wanted her to sparkle. I just wanted her to feel like $1 million.
We all have our own ideas of what makes a beautiful diamond, but we can probably agree it should be brilliant, sparkling, and fiery. What gives a diamond the kind of life and energy that allows it to catch someone's eye across even a dark room? You may think size or purity is key, but a diamond's beauty actually depends most on the light that radiates from it. Hi, I'm Larry. I'll be your guide to understanding what makes a diamond breathtakingly brilliant. If your goal is to buy the most beautiful diamond possible for your budget, then this simple tutorial can make all the difference. The next few minutes won't be a rehash of the 4 C's you've already heard about, or a slick sales pitch. Instead, I hope to shed some light on the most important information you should have before you buy a diamond. Brilliance, sparkle, and fire describe the mesmerizing light from a beautiful diamond. The more light, the better. Therefore, it's essential that you have precise, reliable, and objective information on a diamond's light quality before you decide what diamond you want to buy. A beautiful diamond transforms the light it receives into an unending parade of white lightning flashes, rainbow bursts, and star-like sparkles. It's all about the light. I know buying a diamond can seem scary, but getting it right has never been easier, thanks to cutting-edge technologies that assess a diamond's light qualities. This means you can have the same kind of information before buying a diamond that you do when shopping for a television. When it comes to a TV, it's all about getting a great picture. Once you've done your homework, there's absolutely no guesswork involved. You can go to the store and easily compare the quality and definition of different sets. For example, the picture you get from a high-definition TV is like the image you see on the right, much crisper and sharper than the image on the left, which is like what you get from an analog TV. You can see the difference in quality yourself, and the type of TV is clearly labeled. So you know exactly what you're buying, and when you take it home, you know exactly how to perform. Wouldn't it be nice if shopping for a diamond was just as transparent? Imagine if every diamond came with hard data so you knew for sure that you'd be getting the best bling for your buck. Well, it can be that way. But first you need to go to your diamond dealer and say, "Show me the light." Yeah, show me the light. You need to do this way before the dealer says, "Show me the money." If you can get real proof of light quality, you can accurately identify the super performing gems that will get all the oohs and ahs that you're looking for. And the amazing thing is, these diamonds can actually cost less than diamonds without that super sparkle. I'll explain the most critical metrics that define the light qualities of a diamond and show you instruments that measure their results. Don't worry, you don't need a PhD, just an eye for beauty.
My primary goal when I was looking for a diamond is just that wow factor that every guy wants in a diamond. How well it sparkled, how well it looked in the light, how well it shined. Just anything that would pretty much bring the biggest smile to her face.
When I was looking for a diamond, the most important thing for me was quality, and I was looking for something that was really going to be very special and just something that you couldn't find in any jewelry store.
When I was looking for a diamond, I wanted something that really just jumped out at me, that just looking at the diamond, it was bright, it was shiny.
You've probably already learned about the 4 C's that you should consider when buying a diamond. Carat, or the weight, the cut or shape, the color, and the clarity or purity of the diamond. These 4 C's describe the gemological rarity factor of a diamond. There's a lot of information on the 4 C's on the web today, so I won't cover them in detail here. Instead, I'll focus on the optical and light performance aspects of a diamond that significantly determine its appearance and beauty. In other words, we'll be focusing on the beauty factors. Just think about the most beautiful diamonds you've ever seen. What exactly made them so attractive? Knowing how to judge a diamond's light quality will allow you to identify diamonds that are brighter, more fiery, and more attractive, regardless of how rare they're rated according to their 4 C's. If you've already started shopping for a diamond, you may have had to guess at a diamond's light qualities by looking at some 2-dimensional side profile measurements or the 4 C's ratings. The problem is, 2 diamonds with the same exact 4 C's rating and side profile proportion can look drastically different. A very rare diamond can appear dull and lifeless, while a diamond cut with less than perfect material looks stunning. If you want to own a diamond of exceptional rarity, don't you want it to be exceptional in its ability to radiate light? So, no matter what your budget is, you need to understand the optical and light qualities that give a diamond its beauty. You wouldn't buy a TV without being certain of the quality of the picture you'll see, so why buy a diamond without getting that same proof of performance? Well, you can. I want to tell you about a standard that represents the highest level of optical performance, light quality, and beauty for a polished diamond today. Diamonds that perform to this standard are known as Solasfera diamonds. They are like no other diamonds in the world. These diamonds are extraordinary, not just because of their patented innovative designs, but because, unlike any other brand of diamonds, every single Solasfera must pass a battery of stringent optical and light performance tests with perfect results. This makes them the most reliable and consistent brand of diamonds available today. You don't have to worry about finding a great Solasfera diamond, because every single one attains a standard of unsurpassed beauty. The Solasfera is also exceptional because it's cut to maximum light, not weight. Here's what a diamond looks like before it's been cut. Not a lot of bling, right? But even after a diamond is cut, it may not live up to its potential, because most diamonds are cut to create the heaviest carat possible. That means you can end up with a stone that's less attractive than a lighter stone that handles light better. But Solasfera diamonds are cut to delight the woman who wears one.
Every time I look at my hand, I'll check it just to make sure that I didn't knock a diamond off or that I didn't nick it somewhere. But I look at it all throughout the day, at least 50 times a day. I never get tired. Every time is like the first time.
Even having it for as long as I've had, I still look at it. I don't even know how many, countless times a day, I think. It's beautiful. Like, it's almost like I can't get enough of it. Like, you just constantly look at it because it's just absolutely beautiful.
I just love it. I can't really describe it. It's just from the moment I saw it, I was speechless. And I didn't really speak for a few seconds. And to this day, I can't stop staring at it. Like, I stared at it all the time.
You'll learn why the beauty of a Solasfera comes from setting light free. This makes every Solasfera diamond sold anywhere in the world a real masterpiece that's distinctly beautiful, regardless of size or shape. But you don't have to just rely on what you see or take my word for it. I'll show you the cutting-edge tools that measure the wow factor of any diamond. I'll also explain the transparency behind the process of buying a Solasfera diamond. No diamonds in history come with such robust, complete, and relevant information on quality. Throughout this video, you'll also hear from folks who have already bought a Solasfera. Now, none of these people are actors. They just want to tell others about how happy they are with their diamonds.
I've seen the regular versus the Solasfera, and I feel like the regular, it's just that white light, and it's just as beautiful, but the Solasfera just has almost like fire. Like, just a sparkle that it's just incomparable.
I've received so many comments about the ring, not only from my good friends, but even just random people that, you know, we're just having a conversation and it just so happens that they just see the ring and automatically they're like, oh my God, your ring's beautiful, congratulations. In terms of, you know, the shine, that's one thing that always comes up, especially when I'm at work and I'm typing something up, and my coworker's just like, my God, Heidi, your ring, it's so shiny.
He was showing me like standard cut diamonds, and then after a while I asked, you know, I want to see the Solasfera, can you show me, you know, what this is all about? And I was blown away when I saw the diamond and the quality and the cut, and the light that just came out of the diamond was unbelievable. So I was kind of sold right there. I made the mistake of taking my fiance with me, so she knew right off the bat what the difference was between a Solasfera and a standard cut diamond. So then afterwards I did my due diligence and I looked and I researched a couple other jewelers in the area online, and I couldn't find anything that replicated what the Solasfera was.
So as a scientist myself, one thing that really attracted me was the science behind the Solasfera diamonds, the physics and the light properties objectively measured and shown to me was a big factor. I looked at the hearts and arrows, the white light reflection, the optical properties of the diamond, and how the cut related to improving a lot of these factors, and I liked that, and I could see the difference.
To understand how light creates a diamond's beauty, you should know a little about facets. They are the tiny surfaces of a diamond that capture and move light through it. The Solasfera round brilliant cut diamond has a revolutionary arrangement of 91 facets that optimize the flow of light, while a generic round diamond has 57 facets. More facets don't automatically make for a more beautiful diamond. You also have to perfect the way light moves in and out of the diamond. The first beauty factor you need to consider in buying a diamond is how much light it gives off. The most fundamental requirement of a properly cut diamond is that it must return all the light it receives through its top. A diamond that does this without any blatant loss through its bottom has ideal proportions. It will be much brighter than a diamond that leaks light out of the bottom. But how do you know if a diamond has been cut to reflect the maximum quantity of light through its crown? Even diamonds that have traditional ideal proportions can leak substantial amount of light through the bottom, making them less attractive and less valuable than those that don't leak. But today, optical instruments called the light path scope, ideal scope, or fire scope can provide a three-dimensional view of light leakage, which is far more accurate than a 2D side view some sellers may show you. It's impossible to tell what an object looks like from the top by seeing its profile, and so there's no way you can predict what kind of light a diamond will return without this 3D view. These scopes are used worldwide by highly skilled diamond professionals for cutting or evaluation purposes. All operate on the same basic principle. Underneath this lens is a red disc, and the bottom is illuminated with a white fluorescent bulb. As I slide a white business card underneath this lens, it'll appear entirely red. That's because it's like a mirror that's reflecting the red color of the disc back to the top. Now I'll punch a hole through the card, which obviously allows light to leak through it. Let's slide the card back under the lens with the red disc underneath. Now, there's a white hole because we're able to see the light that is coming through the bottom from the white bulb. What does this have to do with diamonds? Well, if a diamond truly can reflect all the light back to the top without any loss of light, then this diamond should appear entirely red under the scope. But if we see many white spots or patches, then we know for sure that the diamond is leaking light. The white areas show us exactly where the diamond is losing light through its bottom. Let's look at 3 examples. Diamond A is a good diamond that exhibits a moderate amount of light leakage. Anywhere you see white, you know the diamond is losing light. Diamond B is a better diamond that exhibits less light leakage. The white areas are fewer and we can see more red. And finally, Diamond C is perfect in terms of showing absolutely no leakage, with total return of light to the top. It's completely red, with no white showing through. This means the diamond has tremendous efficiency and power. This is the Solasfera diamond. Every single one is cut exactly like this without any blatant light leakage. Now, if a dealer just showed you a 2-dimensional side view perspective, All 3 diamonds would be considered optimal or so-called ideal cut. But in the actual 3D world, only one truly doesn't have any blatant leakage of light. So you can't just rely on 2D information. Now let's take a look at these diamonds side by side to find out if we can actually see the difference. We'll place them under a photodome to reduce the glare so we don't confuse the brilliance that is emitted from inside the diamond with surface glare reflections that can come from a clean, polished surface. Glare is why poorly cut diamonds can still look good under a jeweler's bright lights. So under this dome, can you tell which one is emitting the most light? It's diamond C, the Solasfera, which is just what we'd expect after seeing the results of the light path scope. And this means it will look great out of the glare of the showroom, at home, the office, or even in a dark restaurant. So the light path scope proves the Solasfera emits the most light. But when you look at the 4C ratings of these 3 diamonds, you may be in for a shock. The Solasfera, the most brilliant diamond, happens to be the least rare. That means it actually costs less than the other 2, which don't shine as bright. A Solasfera diamond can even appear larger than a diamond that weighs more, just because it's more dazzling. Throughout history, very few diamonds, even the most famous, have been cut without any blatant leakages of light. But every single Solasfera diamond must be cut to achieve full maximum light return with 0 blatant leakage before it can even be considered a Solasfera. This proves it has been cut with both optimal proportions and topography, making it an ideal cut in 3 dimensions, not just 2.
So when you're looking at something and you're going through the diamond buying process, a lot of the proof that you have of the quality of the diamond is 2-dimensional. It's a piece of paper, it's a gemological report. But dealing with David, you have the 2-dimensional as well. And then through his tests, he shows you 3D proof of the quality of your diamond. And it's just a huge selling point. And it's something that you're going to remember through the process, that you have the proof that the Solasfera diamond is of higher quality than other diamonds that are on the market.
Honestly, I don't even know the characteristics of the diamond that I purchased for her anymore. All I know is that diamond catches attention. It makes her smile every day. People at work, on the street, in stores notice it. In restaurants, they notice it. And for me, that's the best report.
The way that it shines all the time in all the different kinds of lightings and wherever you are. Like we were at a concert and it was just going off. It looked like a spotlight. Or even if I'm just in the dark in my room or in the train, on the subway, it shines no matter where you are. And I think that's beautiful.
Preventing leakage is a first step to ensuring a diamond maximizes the efficiency and intensity of the light that enters it. But it's also critical to optimize the quality of the light that's returned. This is determined by optical symmetry, the second of our beauty factors. Light that is focused travels farther than light that is diffused. So optical quality is what allows a diamond to sparkle 20 feet across the room. To get the most beautiful diamond, you need to know the sharpness and contrast quality of the light being returned to the observer. To go back to our TV example, it's like having 2 sets that are equally bright, but one has a sharper and higher definition image, while the other has a more out of focus and fuzzy appearance. You can evaluate optical symmetry with the Hearts and Arrows viewer. It gets its name because if you look at a round stone with facets that are aligned properly for maximum sharpness and contrast, you'll see a reflection pattern of hearts and arrows. So by revealing optical symmetry, this viewer provides hard data on the quality of light a diamond radiates. Let's look at diamond A, which is classified as ideal according to a 2D measure. But underneath the viewer, it looks fuzzy and distorted. Diamonds with poorly defined optical symmetry can look like a piece of crushed ice, regardless of the shape. Now let's look at diamond B, an excellent cut generic round diamond. It has 8 hearts and 8 arrows, which shows better optical symmetry. Finally, let's look at diamond C, which has advanced optical symmetry. If you look at it from the bottom, you'll see 10 perfect hearts. And if you look at it from the top, there's 10 perfect arrows. These 2 additional arrows come from extra facets, giving diamond C more powerful flashes of light. The extraordinary defined optical symmetry of this diamond means its top and bottom facets are meticulously aligned in 3D to achieve maximum sharpness, contrast, and clarity of the light that is exiting through the diamond's crown. This optical performance is like the picture from an ultra-high-definition TV, perhaps even sharper. This is a Solasfera round brilliant diamond, and every single one meets this stringent 3D optical requirement. If just one of the arrows or hearts is missing or not sharp, then the diamond will not qualify as a Solasfera. So now hopefully you understand why the beauty of a diamond depends on how much light it returns, and the quality of that light. But there is one more critical factor to consider in making sure the diamond you buy is of the highest level. You need to know what type of light is being emitted from the diamond. How much brilliance, fire, and sparkle is the diamond actually producing? How much bling does this diamond have compared to other bright diamonds? We can determine all this information with the Gemex brilliance scope, which directly measures and records images of 3 critical factors: the actual white light emitted from a diamond, known as brilliance, the colored light you see in a diamond, known as fire, and how much a diamond sparkles, which is called scintillation. The Gemex light performance analysis provides all this information in a very simple, easy-to-read report, as you can see here. There's no guesswork. Either you have the light or you don't. It's that simple. The bar graph compares a particular diamond's performance to others of the same shape. The higher you go, the better your diamond is performing relative to others. The images show the exact diamond being analyzed, just like an MRI or a specific person. The Gemex light performance analysis shows you the bottom line results, the light content that is actually being emitted. It does not matter how much the diamond costs, or how rare it is, or where the diamond came from. If the diamond's light is weak and feeble, it will be ranked lower relative to others. Let's compare 3 diamonds. Diamond A shows average performance on its Gemex analysis, with the bars resting at medium to low. Many areas of the diamond surface are not performing when it comes to returning light. This is typical of many commercially cut diamonds in the market. Now, let's look at a better light performing diamond. Diamond B is a high caliber GVVS2, generic ideal cut, triple excellent diamond with hearts and arrows optical symmetry. Very few diamonds in the world are of this quality. As you can see, Diamond B ranks significantly better than the first one. However, under bright showroom lights, these 2 diamonds will look very much the same because of the surface glare. But in dimmer lighting conditions, and as the diamond gets a little dirty, it will reflect less light and appear significantly duller. So Diamond B, the higher performing diamond, will have a far greater brilliance and sparkle once you take it outside of a jewelry showroom and start wearing it. Now, finally, Diamond C is totally off the chart in terms of brilliance, fire, and sparkle beyond belief. This is not just very high. It's the highest possible result, also known as the triple flush, the highest, most robust, most balanced light return possible. As far as light content and light performance goes, this is as good as it gets. Gemex has tested over 1 million diamonds, and it's extremely difficult for one to score off the charts like this. But every single Solasfera diamond performs at this level effortlessly. So of course, Diamond C is a Solasfera diamond, achieving the highest possible level of light performance. Now that's some serious bling. And once again, what you see in the report, you can also see with your own eyes. The Solasfera clearly outshines the other 2 diamonds. And what's even more amazing is that this Solasfera, which scored so much higher than the other 2 diamonds in the Gemex analysis, actually costs less. In fact, you could buy the Solasfera diamond for about $8,000 less than Diamond B, because B is rarer in terms of color and clarity. Just wasn't cut nearly as well.
They showed me side by side how the characteristics of one diamond was top-notch, flawless, D-color, whatever the case may be, versus a, I guess, average Solasfera diamond. And every time the Solasfera diamond just outshined, outperformed, outsparkled that so quote-unquote flawless diamond.
My ring, if I would describe it, it's my little firecracker. It's amazing. It's always going off in the room and everywhere.
So, in summary, to achieve exceptional diamond beauty, you need all the factors we've looked at. returning the most light by preventing leakage, generating the highest quality of light through ultrafine optical symmetry and ideal proportions, and finally, achieving the highest performance on the type of light that radiates from the diamond. The Solasfera standard represents the highest diamond standard of optical and light performance beauty in the world. Every Solasfera diamond must achieve perfection in all the beauty factors that you've just seen. That is, by preventing leakage through 3D ideal proportions, as shown by no white areas under the light path scope, generating the highest quality of light through ultrafine optical symmetry, shown by 10 perfectly defined hearts and arrows, and finally, by emitting the richest types of light, as shown by a Gemex report that scores off the charts for brilliance, fire, and sparkle. Only 1% of all diamonds sold achieve perfection in any single one of these tests. So attaining perfect scores for all three factors clearly makes the Solasfera diamond the most beautiful and exclusive in the world. Hopefully you now understand that an expensive diamond with high rarity factors, according to the 4Cs rating, does not guarantee you an amazing gem that sparkles across a dark room. If you're looking for a beautiful diamond, then you should always reach as high as you can on the beauty factors, which are the light performance qualities we've been looking at. This is especially true if you want a stone that rates very high on the 4Cs. Why pay all that money and risk buying a diamond that fails to dazzle? If you're working with a smaller budget but still want a beautiful diamond, then find one with high beauty factors and less rarity. Every single Solasfera has the highest possible beauty factors, and the rarity is up to you. When you buy a Solasfera diamond of a ½ carat or more, you get a copy of all the tests you've just seen, the Gemex analysis, and the image of your diamond under the light path scope and hearts and arrows viewer. And of course, you'll also get a copy of the gemological diamond grading report that lists the 4Cs. You may have considered buying a diamond based purely on its diamond grading reports, but keep in mind that most of these reports look at a diamond only in 2 dimensions and don't measure light performance. This means you can have 2 diamonds with identical ratings, but one may be dull and lifeless, while the other radiates light, like the Solasfera stones we've seen. Every Solasfera diamond is also certified as conflict-free and is inscribed with the Solasfera trademark and identification number, so you can always be sure of the quality and authenticity of your purchase. So if you need a beautiful diamond and want to get it right in the first try, check out the Solasfera brand. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to buy an incredibly brilliant diamond.
I'd recommend Solasfera to my friends because of the objective properties of the diamond. Just looking at it from a distance, it just shines more than any other diamond. Looking at it under the various scopes that were provided to me, you can really see the difference.
In terms of transparency, like buying a Solasfera was a very simple, easy process, very straightforward. Once you go into the situation, in the process of knowing what size you're looking for, what color you're looking for, it's pretty easy to match exactly what type of diamond you want, what you're going to get. So then you start to go through the different tests and the 3D proof of the quality, so you know going in what you're getting and the quality. When I went to other jewelry stores, I just felt it was a lot shadier, a lot harder to deal with just a standard jewelry. I didn't know what I was buying or what I was getting or what the quality would be of the diamond. So I didn't know. I mean, all they had to show me was a gemological report or a piece of paper, and I just didn't know what that meant and what the quality of the diamond was. So.
Now, you may run into dealers who say you don't need all the tests I've shown you. They want you to just take their word about light performance and optical quality. Well, I don't know about you, but when I shop for anything, I prefer to have all the information in my hand and not up the salesperson's sleeves. Why be in the dark? Everything we've covered in this tutorial, you can see with your own eyes at your jewelers. So why not do what diamond professionals do and use these tests to test drive your diamond first? Never let sellers convince you to compromise your standards for beauty because it's convenient for them. Who's going to look at that diamond every day after you pay for it? The bottom line is getting the highest performance at the best price is real value. I hope what you've learned in this tutorial will help you feel more comfortable about whatever decision you make on buying a diamond. If you have any questions on the Solasfera diamond, please visit us at www.solasfera.com.
I get comments all the time on the ring and on the diamond itself from her friends congratulating me on my good taste.
I just wanted her to be happy with that diamond, which I see every day. She looks at it every day like it was the first time she put it on, like it was the first time she opened that box. And with the wedding day coming, with a Solasfera band on the way, wedding band, she gets even more excited. And when she gets compliments, I know she loves that diamond even more. I get compliments on it for doing such a great job in purchasing a beautiful diamond. And that's how I know every dollar spent was worth it.
He did a fantastic job. I am very, to this day, I'm just amazed at what he did and how he chose it and the effort he put into and the thought he put into it to actually getting this. I'm very happy he chose this diamond because from all the diamonds out there that I've seen, to me this is the most beautiful.